Hi, I want to introduce to our HHT264, which is our video over IP, uses multicast technology. So it's super simple. The whole idea is plug and play. If you have multiple video sources and you're displaying them on multiple screens and you want to be able to switch any screen to any video using a network, this is your product. You can have up to 64 transmitters connected to a network switch, and all it takes is a gigabit network. We have these transmitters with PoE and without PoE. So if you have a PoE, you don't need to plug in a power supply to it. The receivers, you can have unlimited number of receivers, and they can be paired with in any configuration with those senders. So it's a virtual matrix. So this is what we call our virtual dynamic matrix. So here we have an example of two video streams that are being sent to the network to two receivers. On the left, we see the original video not going through the network. And on the right, you see the same after it's been compressed through the network, through the receiver, back out to the TV. And as you can see, the compression is pretty much visually lossless. And we only use 15 megabits per second of the bandwidth. So if you have 1,000 base T, you can put in a huge number of channels there. We specify up to 64 channels. So you can make a virtual matrix that comprises of 64 inputs and 200 outputs and be able to switch them dynamically. How do you switch them? Well, there's a couple different ways. A quick and dirty way, if you don't want to get into the IP address and all that, is I have a dip switch on here. So you can just flip the dip switch, put number 1, number 2, number 3, all the way to 64, and any of the receivers that are set to number 1 will show 1. So with that, you don't even have to do any IP configuration. We call a hang and bang, just hang it, set the dip switch, and go home. Now, if you want to switch the arrangement to show different ones, you can get into the IP address of these receivers, and there's a web GUI in there. It says which stream you want. You can name the stream in English. For example, you can say this is set-top box, this is a signage player, this is room A, this is conference room, this is the lobby. You can say from lobby, I want the signage player, and it switches to you on the fly. What else can you do? Well, let's say you want to do the whole control of your network from one spot. We have an app that runs on your PC. It's free. It's on the website. You can download it. With that app, it lists all the senders with the names that you've assigned to them instead of IP addresses, all the receivers, and then you can switch anyone to anyone in any combination. So very easy, hardly any setup required. Like I said, it extends RS-232, so you can do RS-232 control, and it also extends IR. The IR is extended from the receivers back to sender, and the reason being, if you're watching, let's say your set-top box, and the set-top box is down the hall in a closet, you want to pause, you want to rewind, it allows you to use your IR and send that signal back in order to do those things. So this product is, again, model HHT264. There's -S for sender, -R for the receiver, and we also have -PD for power device, so that's power over Ethernet. Thank you.